We encountered a technical difficulty earlier in the bulletin while airing the views expressed by Minister Partly Champika on the alleged treasury bond scam. We are now able to present the report in full. Minister Ranawaka says that the Prime Minister has broken promises that he made to the Cabinet when appointing Arjun Mahendran as the Governor of the Central Bank. Now, speaking to News First today, Minister Ranawaka noted that he and Minister Rajitha Senaratne had opposed the appointment of Arjun Mahendran as a Governor of the Central Bank due to the possibility of a conflict of interests arising.
During the election, presidential election time, we had pledged a transparent and level playing ground was to be initiated there in financial market. But because of this transaction there in central bank, that transparency issue as well as the level playing ground and the trust and the social capital, which is the base of this financial circuits, has been now somewhat destabilized and somewhat tarnished. So the entire government is being blamed. So we have to restore this trust and level playing ground and the transparency there in financial market. In order to do that, we have to take stern action, especially to investigate this transaction. And also, I think in order to restore the trust and social capital there in financial market, the central bank governor should be resigned, and also there should be a transparent, impartial investigation into this transaction. Unless otherwise, you can't move this economy forward, and also those who voted for a transparent society and financial market actually will be disillusioned and disappointed.
Even today, we know that several people are going to the Special Police Unit on Financial Crimes, which operates through the Anti-Corruption Committee Secretary, to give statements. The biggest allegations that has been levelled at the government, which speaks of good governances, is the matter pertaining to the bond issue of the Governor of the Central Bank. This is a major allegation that has been levelled at the Governor of the Central Bank. Certain experts and professionals are initiating legal action over this. New rogues are still coming in and we cannot see them. The fraud that was committed by the Central Bank Governor and his son-in-law and daughter has caused major loss to the country and has impacted the financial market. What the government should do is to demand that the investigation is expedited and enforce the law, but we cannot see such a thing happening. Arjun Mahendran is the candidate who was researched and vetted and then brought in. Brought in by whom? The Prime Minister. I believe that given the situation, the Prime Minister too should go on leave. I do not understand how he can continue to function as the Prime Minister. If this does not happen, then the Prime Minister should be relieved of the responsibility. If not, then the Prime Minister should act with accountability over the allegations levelled at him with regard to this incident.
This Treasury bond scandal seems to get worse by each passing day. We are now told that two cabinet ministers, Minister Partly Champika Ranawaka and Dr. Rajitha Senaratne, were both vociferous in their condemnation of the possible appointment of Arjun Mahendran as the Governor of the Central Bank. They raised their concerns at Cabinet, along with other ministers too, that there was clearly a conflict of interest scenario. The Prime Minister, however, chose to assure his colleagues in Cabinet that this would simply not happen and that nothing untoward would happen. This is precisely what has happened now. The conflict of interest scenario has happened, has taken place. It may be prudent in the interests of the public and of this good governance that we are led to believe is what this government is all about, that the Prime Minister actually makes a statement to the Financial Crimes Investigation Division, the FCID,